Kane Lynch 2 and Kane Lynch 1. I actually want to do videos on these one day. Kane Lynch gets a lot of bad reviews and stuff. People talk trash about it, but I really enjoyed the first one. I did it co-op with a friend when it came out, and it was really fun. Kane Lynch 2 I have not played yet, so I can't really speak on that. And they're made by IO Interactive, published by Eidos, and basically the people who made Hitman, the Hitman series, which I love. As you will see right here, Hitman. It's Hitman Blood Money, which is Hitman 4. Probably my favorite Hitman game. It's Hitman Contracts, which is Hitman 3. Probably my least favorite out of 2, 3, and 4. It's a little messed up there. And then Hitman 2, which is the first Hitman game I played, and which got me into the series. I never played Hitman 1, but I do own it. I own it digitally. And I do own the newest Hitman, what's it called? Absolution. I was very disappointed by the gameplay. Absolution I have on Steam, so that's why I don't have the box. But yeah, and now there's another Hitman game coming out, which is supposed to be more like Blood Money, or the older games, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Here we got Hellgate London. I'm not sure how many of you remember this, but I think some of the people that worked on like Diablo 1 and 2 or something, they worked on this, and it's like it's kind of like a third-person shooter / Diablo type of game. It was online, and it died pretty quickly. I didn't get to play too much of it. I think now you can play it for free, like some other company took over and made like a free-to-play version. I'm not sure, I'll have to look that up. Half-Life 2? You know, you all know Half-Life 2. And the Half-Life 2, just a different box. And Half-Life 2 episode pack with the 2 episodes. No Half-Life 3. Guild Wars 2 Heroic Edition. I couldn't really get into this game. I'll probably try it again in the future, since, you know, I bought the game and it's free forever. There's no monthly fee. So I do plan on going back one day, but I don't know when. Grandia 2. Very good JRPG. I actually finished it on the Dreamcast. I haven't really played the PC version, but I just wanted to add it to my collection since I really enjoyed the Dreamcast game. I think they're re-releasing it for PC soon. So if you never played it, look forward to that. Gothic Universe. This is a Gothic pack. Has Gothic, let's see, 2, 3, and 1. So the first 3. Yeah, Gothic 1, Gothic 2 Gold, and Gothic 3 if it autofocuses. Whatever. I heard good things about these games. Well, at least the first 2. 3 got like came out super buggy or something. I don't know. It's just another on my long list of games I want to play. Giants Citizen Kabuto. If you can see that, it's a giant box. Can't fit it all. Never played it. I think I got it in a bundle I got. And yeah, I don't really plan on playing it. It's an older game. I heard it's not bad. Next are a couple of Microsoft games. One is Freelancer, which is a very good game. Space game. You can travel in space. Pretty much explore. Kind of do whatever you want. There is a main story, of course. But like, You can be a merchant, smuggler. You decide. Hero, pirates. It's a very good game that a lot of people wish there was a sequel to. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. Not even sure where this came from, but yeah. Now is probably my favorite game of all time, which is Final Fantasy VII. Hopefully I don't get a lot of slack for that, but I love this game. I played it when it came out in '97, I think it was, for PlayStation, and yeah, just had to add it to my collection. I also own it for PlayStation. Here's the first VR game. First Encounter Assault Recon. So that's what FEAR stands for. It's good first person shooter, kind of scary game. I remember they came out with a free version of the multiplayer, and I have to say the multiplayer was really good. Like the deathmatch is very balanced. So yeah, good game. Far Cry, the original. Never liked this game. I just it seems like it should have stealth aspects, like you could crouch and hide behind bushes, but it just doesn't work. The enemy always spots you. At least me, I don't know. So I never really played it much. I like Crysis better. Fallout Trilogy, Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics. I don't know, I saw this on Amazon. I was like, oh, I never played the Fallout series before. Might as well get it. Well, sorry, I never played Fallout other than 3 and New Vegas, of course. So yeah, I want to play these one day. Oh, here we go. Here's an underrated MMO, another one. Fallen Earth. I just heard about this one day, like probably a few weeks before it came out, and I looked at it and I was like, huh, it looks pretty interesting. So I took a chance and I bought it when it came out, and it was actually surprisingly very good. It's very different from most MMOs, so can't really explain it. It's kind of like Fallout, but online. Good game. Here we have the original Fable, the Lost Chapters, which let you go good or evil before pretty much every game started doing that. I didn't play it much, just a little bit, you know, just one of those games I played for a bit and stopped. Here's an MMO I played for quite a bit. It's EverQuest 2. I was in the beta. I bought it in release. I even have another copy, which I bought for a friend. It has two sides. But yeah, Christopher Lee actually voiced that guy. RIP Christopher Lee. Heather Graham was the Quenos leader. And yeah, I love this game at the time. Spent many years and hours on it. And of course, the original EverQuest. This is the trilogy of Ruins of Kunark, the classic game, and Scars of Velius. I actually played this game from launch until the first expansion, Ruins of Kunark. Wait, is it Kunark? Yeah. You know, it was an amazing experience back in like 1999. Here's another bundled games Wizards War Chest, which includes Evil Lords. Is that what it's called? Yeah. No, Evil Islands. Where did I get Evil Lords from? Evil Islands. I never heard of it. I bought this for Ether Lords 1 and 2. I used to play Ether Lords 2, which is very fun. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering, except instead of cards, you actually see the creatures and stuff. It's an excellent game. Highly recommend it. Ether Lords 2. I haven't really played Ether Lords 1, so I can't really talk about that. There's Elemental War of Magic Limited Edition. It's a big old thick box. It's like a RTS game by Stardock. It got bad reviews because I guess it came out very buggy and just not very good, I guess. But I still always wanted to play it. And then I saw like a year or years later, I don't know, the limited edition for very cheap. So I was like, okay, let me just snag that for my collection. What does it come with? I think it comes with like a little statue, yeah. It's a dragon statue thing. Here is El Matador. I have no idea what this is. It came with like a bundle one. And it kind of looks like Just Cause to me, I don't know. Oh, here's my favorite RTS game of all time. Earth 2150. You can see that. Probably the only RTS I was actually quite good at because my friend got me into it. And we would practice a lot. And we would go online and we would own a bunch of people who were all from like Europe, like Germany and stuff. Because I guess Americans were too busy playing StarCraft and Warcraft. But I love this game. Earth 2150. And then they released a sequel years later. And it did not seem as good. Which, I own it digitally, but I never really played the sequel. Striver 3. I tried playing it before, and it seemed very difficult. Like, I could barely get past the first level. Childhood favorite of mine, Dragon's Lair. It also comes with Space Ace and Dragon's Lair 2. If you never played Dragon's Lair, it's basically a cartoon that you kind of play by just hitting a direction at a certain time. That's funny. This is the front of the main guy, and then here's his back. His booty. Alright, next is Doom 3. Being a huge Doom 1 and 2 fan, of course, I had to get part 3 when it came out. It was like a big deal. And the graphics were amazing at the time. Unfortunately, the game wasn't very good. Also, the expansion pack, which I don't think I've played for more than like 15 minutes. I think the interesting thing about the expansion pack was that they added this new like weapon you get, or something that can move things, kind of like Half-Life 2's gravity gun. Because Half-Life 2 came out around the same time. It's Diablo 3. I hated this game when it first came out. Wow, this opens up pretty wide. But the expansion actually made it a lot better. The patch, when the expansion came out, and the expansion makes this game worth getting, I guess. And here's the Diablo battle chest, which includes Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and the expansion. Gotta have the classics. I love Diablo 1. Diablo 2, not so much. But Diablo 1, I loved. So. It's Devil May Cry 4, which I haven't even opened yet. I really want to get into this series. It's Devil May Cry 3, which I need to play first. And unfortunately, Devil May Cry 1 and 2 are not on PC. It's only 3, 4, and I think the new one. They also remade 4 recently and re-released that. Like a HD remake or whatever. And then there's this Devastation game, which I got in a bundle, I'm pretty sure, because I don't even know what this is. Apparently it's a FPS starring a guy who looks like Eminem or something. Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is still in the plastic. I need to play this game finally. Yeah. Invisible War, which is not... Wait, let me cover that Deus Ex there. It's totally not the sequel to Deus Ex. It's just an original game called Invisible War, which takes place in the future. Kind of like Deus Ex. Yeah, let's stop talking about this. And of course, Deus Ex. It's very shiny because it's still in plastic. But I do have like two copies of this. One that's not in plastic. Great game, of course. Very reflective. You can see my whole room. Gotta edit all that out. Yeah, I love Deus Ex. Every PC gamer has to play that to be considered a PC gamer. Small underrated game when it first came out, Demigod. At the time, there wasn't a lot of MOBA games. Like there was Dota, and I'm not even sure what else was out. But this came out like before League of Legends, before I think pretty much every other MOBA. And it was very fun for the time. Fortunately, I don't think many people knew about it. And the people who did know about it had a lot of issues with online. And it lacked characters. Like there's only like, I don't know, 8 characters or something. When you know MOBAs have like a billion characters usually. But yeah, overall it was a decent game. Death Trap Dungeon. Old game. It was also on I think Nintendo 64 and PlayStation maybe. Just like a dungeon, weird 3D platform dungeon game. I have Dead Rising 2, excellent game, played co-op with a friend. And I have Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, which is basically the same game except starring the original hero from Dead Rising 1. Yeah, good Capcom games, fun, can play co-op. Unfortunately, part 1 is not on PC, but part 3 is, and I heard it's a bad PC port, but I don't have it yet. Here's the game. Whoop, it's upside down. Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. This came out around the time the Source Engine first came out, and so people started making Source Engine games. And it's like a first-person, not shooter really, it's melee combat, medieval fantasy, but it's very good. Very good gameplay, decent story, nice graphics. What more do you want? Old MMO, Dark Age of Camelot. Why is the D and A not capitalized? But yeah. Anyways, let's go the edition with the original game and Shrouded Islands expansion. I didn't play much. I played it for like a week and I was like... My friend got it too. We were both just kind of bored. We were like, oh, I miss AO, which is Anarchy Online, the MMO we were playing before it. And so we just like quit playing this and went back to our other MMO. Here is Daikatana. John Romero's. I'm getting him confused for the Night of the Living Dead director. Daikatana, it's a first-person shooter. If you don't know about it, it's the greatest game in the world. Go play it. I'm totally not being sarcastic or anything. Yeah. It's Crysis 2. I do own the other games in the series. I just don't have a retail copy, I guess. Didn't play much of it. I like the first Crysis, but 2 kind of got consoleized and dumbed down. But I do want to finish it one day. Cryostasis. I haven't played it, but it looked cool when I saw it. It was kind of like spooky FPS. It takes place in where, like Antarctica or something, Alaska. I don't know. It looked cool. Look it up. Check it out. Condemned: The Criminal Origins. Very good game. I did a stream of it before and I uploaded it to YouTube in crappy quality, but I played it, beat it. Good game. I wish the sequel was on PC. Clive Barker's Jericho. I never actually played this. I plan on doing probably a let's play of it in the future. Clive Barker's Undying, which I did do a let's play of. So yeah, check that out.